For those of you I might not have met yet, my name is Kimber. I'm the program manager in Colorado Springs. A reminder, as you get up out of your seats, we have our 5th annual fun run happening this year. Training plans started on the 14th of October, but you can still join for the training plans. We usually let people join until about next week. So feel free to register for that. But then the run or the walk run doesn't take place until around Thanksgiving. So you can definitely still register for that. So if you have any questions about that, let me know at the end of class. All right. Let me make myself nice and large for y'all. And we're going to start on all fours on our mats with cat and cow. Probably one of my favorite stretches. I want your hands right under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round it out. Since this is a Monday morning and you might not have moved yet, take it nice and slow here as we warm up. Deepen the stretch with each repetition. And then go ahead and step your right foot forward into a world's greatest stretch. So right foot is forward, your back foot can be tucked and knee lifted, or keep that knee lowered. Either way, you're going to open up to that right side 3 times. So arm goes up to the ceiling, pull those shoulder blades together, and then hand comes down to the mat, taps and lifts. One more time. Hand comes back to the center. Step your right foot back. Left foot comes forward. Same thing on this side. Knee can be on the mat or lifted. Left hand goes up this time towards the ceiling. Find that rotation in the spine while your right hip is reaching towards the mat. Left hand comes down to the mat. Left foot steps back. Go ahead and meet me in a downward facing dog. So hips to the ceiling. Pedal it out here, bending one knee and then the other. And then reaching both heels towards the mat. Walk your hands in. From here, I want you to turn your toes out just slightly. Tuck your fingertips right underneath your toes and then lower your hips. Your hips might lower a couple inches. They might lower towards the floor, whatever that looks like for you. And then I want you to lift them back up to the sky. Chest comes towards the thighs. Repeat that. Drop the hips, look up. Extend the legs, hips to the ceiling. Remember, your deep squat looks different than everyone else's. So it's okay if it's higher or lower than what you see in mine. One more here. Send it high. Go ahead and release your fingers. Slowly roll it up. Hands come behind the head. Feet can stay right where they are. We're going to alternate here between a squat and a hinge. So hopefully those movements come a little easier after that last stretch. Keeping your chest open through both movements. Really focusing on that hinge pattern. Sending your hips back, flat back. That will come in handy later in class. And relax. Go ahead and give me a high knee march while I explain our workout today. So we have 2 sets. We are going to do 45 seconds of work. So if you've done my class the last couple weeks, it's a little longer. But we're going to do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. 12 seconds would have been a weird number. We're only going to go 2 times through. So if you hate it, you hate the movement, you only got to do it twice. That's not bad. So we're going to do 3 exercises in the first set. The first one is going to come back to that hinge. So a couple options. We're going to do a single leg RDL and alternate. So you're hinging here, sending your hips back. You want to be like a T at the bottom of the movement, coming up and switching. Now, this is a slower paced movement, which kind of goes against the idea of HIIT, right? But what it's going to do is challenge yourself to control your body, bring it back to stability after your heart's kind of racing. So the other option here, if your balance is not holding up today, is going to be a staggered RDL. So that kickstand foot behind, and then you're alternating there. All right. Second exercise is burpees. This is in honor of Jenny because she loves burpees. So from here, you can either jump it out or step it out. So burpee, jump back. You have the option to push up, jump in, jump up, or you plant your hands. You step back, add the push-up if you'd like, step in, and stand up, reach high. All right? So all the options, you can add in jumps randomly. You can add in steps randomly, whatever that works for you. And then we've got a V-sit hold. We're here on the mat. You're either reaching your arms or holding yourself here and supporting yourself. All right. That is what we have for our first set. We're going 45 seconds on. We're starting with those alternating single leg RDLs or staggered if you would like. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So plant that foot. All of the work is in your hips. So your hips go back and come forward, and that's what guides the movement. Slow, controlled here. Keeping your hips facing the floor or the mat. And then remember, modify by that with that kickstand if you need. Either variation, your back is flat, your hips are leading the movement, and you're feeling that pull in the hamstrings or the backs of the legs. And rest. Take it to the top of your mat. Burpees are next. Remember, we're stepping or jumping back to start. Adding that push-up if you would like. In 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, both of those other exercises we're doing in this set are pretty slow. So if you can push yourself to kind of get that heart rate going in this one, that will be a good challenge, knowing you have some time to slow down after this. You can either step or jump, remember? Or maybe you step and then jump at the top. Less than 10 seconds. Keep moving. Last one. And rest. Take it on your mat. For a V-sit hold. Remember, you can prop yourself up if you need. In 3, 2, 1, hold. So you want that pelvic tilt, the bottom of your movement. Legs as close together as possible. You can prop yourself and slow your breathing. Feel that shake. Feel the burn. Hold those shoulder blades down. Chest is nice and open. Less than 10 seconds. You're almost there. Rest. All right, round 1 done. Take it up for the second round, starting with those alternating single leg RDLs. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, slow your body down here. Inhale as you hinge. Exhale as you come up. If your balance gives out on you and you can't get a hold of it, switch to those staggered RDLs, even if they're just for a couple reps. Sometimes you just have to get the pattern of movement down. And rest. All right, setting up for those burpees. One more time. That's why I chose them, because we only have 2 reps of them. And I'm not as much of a lover of burpees as Jenny is. All right, let's go. 45 seconds. Add the push-up or skip the push-up. Add the jumps or keep those steps. Maybe you jump at the top, but either way, you're reaching to the top at the start of the movement. 20 seconds. You've got it. Keep it going, 5 seconds. Go all the way to the end. And rest. Take it down to your mat. Be sit. In 2, 1, go. An exercise like this gives us a chance for active recovery. Challenges us to bring our heart rate down while we're still working. Pull that belly button towards your spine. Chest is open, less than 10. Stay with me. Rest. Whew. Good work. Stand up. You can grab a sip of water. Not a ton, because we are going to be moving a bit, so I don't want it sloshing around, but grab a sip and then just start to sidestep it out while I explain the next few. You will not need your mat. Mine just gets in my way, so I'm going to move it. First exercise. We've got kind of a skater to curtsy lunge thing happening. So we're going to take our right foot, step it to the side. Left leg's going to cross over. Curtsy lunge. And then we're going to switch. Now, caveat with this. If curtsy lunges bother your knees, or you're just not feeling like you can find the form, I want you to just do skaters to keep your body moving. But if you can, hop to one side, curtsy lunge. You can even step to the other side. Curtsy lunge, okay? I'll go over more specific cues for those lunges as we go. Second exercise, high knees. All right, so you're here or you're here, jogging it out, but it's for 45 seconds. So maybe you do intervals. You're here. I want those knees coming up to at least hip height. Third exercise is where your wall comes in handy. If you have one, you've got a wall sit, holding 45 seconds. If you don't have a wall in your room, you're here, holding a squat for 45 seconds. All right? So we've got our skater curtsy lunge, high knees, wall sit, 2 rounds through. Starting with those skaters. Again, I'll go over more specific cues. In 3, 2, 1, go. So your back knee aligns with the front heel when you come down. It's really important to find that stability first in this movement and then drop down. I'll show you to the side because my leggings kind of block it. But you're here and then coming straight up. Squeezing those glutes. Kind of hinge at your hips a little bit. But that squat or lunge is the main movement. So the knees bend first rather than the hips moving. Last one. Rest. Good work. Coming in to our high knees. Remember, it's that slower march, or you've got a faster high knees. And go. So you're here, getting them up to your hips or past it, keeping your core strong, chest forward, or you're here, getting them as high as you can Again, with that chest up, eyes forward. Whatever way you can do it, or maybe you switch off. Sometimes that makes the time go by faster. Think of bringing your knees towards your chest rather than your chest towards your knees. Rest. All right, set up for that wall sit or that squat hold. In your wall sit, feet are about armpit width apart. Screw your feet in and go. Slide down. Your eventual goal is to get your thighs parallel with the ground, or 90-degree angles, and hips and knees. If you don't have a wall, same cues. You're here. You want to make sure that when you're holding, your chest is up, so you're not hanging out here. And you're squeezing so those quads are engaged and on fire, most likely. You have 10 seconds. And rest. Whew, good work. One set down, one more to go, and then you're done. So close. Starting with those skater curtsy lunges. In 2, 1, go. Remember, feel free to take out that hop or take out that curtsy altogether. Just tap. Take your time. Use this to catch your breath. Same with last set. This is your active recovery. Whew. Plant your feet, find your stability before you lower. And rest. All right, setting up for high knees. Whatever speed works for you. Find that perfect little challenge for this last set. In 2, 1, go. You don't have to have your hands here. I think that's habit from soccer, but it does help if you keep your hands here as a little guide to get your knees high. But you can have them wherever feel most comfortable. You've got it, 20 seconds. Keep it moving. Even with these high knees, when you're marching, it's quicker feet. Rest. All right, 15 seconds off, and then wall sit or squat hold. In 3, 2, 1, go. If you're in your wall sit, press into those feet, press your back into the wall. Try not to rest on those legs. Screw your feet into the ground. Everything is working. Less than 20 seconds. You're done after this. Monday morning workout will be checked off in less than 8 seconds. And rest. Whoo, shake those legs out. Keep walking, keep moving in your space. You can drink a little bit of water here. I want you to find a side step with me. Eventually, bring your feet nice and wide. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, reach overhead 2 more times. Last one, bend those knees. And give yourselves a hand. Great work today. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, please let me know.